It is indeed. It's a new year, and this week might be the week to start a brand new craft. Let me tell you, this is a really exciting show, guys, that we're going to be doing all of this week, okay? So today's the first one. Every day this week at this time, we are picking a craft and we are doing a deep dive into that craft, okay? So today, it's been all about gilding. So if you were with us for Wake Up Call, you'll have seen that I got into a little bit of demonstrating where I showed people the very basics of gilding flakes and how it worked and what tools you would need and how to get going. We had people watching going, I never realised that, that's going to change the way I do my gilding. We had other people going, that's amazing, making up little catchphrases and rhymes to help us remember it. It's all about the technique and it's all about the learning, because I know out there watching today, there'll maybe be half of you who have loads of gilding flakes, all the gear, as I sometimes say, all the gear, no idea, right? And you're just a little bit like me, you've gone full throttle at it, but never really took time to understand the techniques in how to get it perfect, right? So us craft experts, we're here to walk you through those techniques for gilding flakes today and a different craft every day, okay? But there's also those people out there who are brand new to gilding flakes, okay? We have had hundreds, actually it's in the realms now of thousands of customers, not brand new customers, we have had a few brand new customers, people who've shopped with us over the last goodness knows how many years and have not been shopping with us for the last few months or even the last year because they didn't like how things have changed at Crafters Companion, and they are back. There is a massive wave and influx of people saying, I haven't watched in months, I haven't shopped in ages, but I am back. So what we've got is for all those people who've never ever done gilding flakes before, we've got this amazing bundle that's a brilliant place to start. Thing is though, guys, for all of those brand newbies, and I want to know in the comments, are you one of these people who's like just getting started with it, or are you an old hat at it, got loads of the gear, you're watching today to learn, right? Because for all these people, the big bundle that we have is actually a phenomenal deal to get stocked up on everything that you need gilding flake wise, which is all consumable. We've also got amazing £10, $10 deals on up and down the yin yang, and some phenomenal star buys. That's a Leanne saying, by the way.
Oh, is it?
It's a Leanne saying up and down the yin yang. And some phenomenal star buys as well. Plus, if you are just starting to come back, we've picked we'll just give you little reminders of some of the best deals of last week for people who have missed them, okay? So, it's not just me, it's me and the wonderful Benjamin. Come and deliver them your exceptional news, Benjamin, that you are very excited about to start the show off.
So it's exceptional news, but it's also tinged with a little bit of sadness. So we've got the best £10, $10 deal that we have done, free gift deal over the course of the last week. So you spend £10 or $10, we will give you the Cosmic Gilding Flakes kit for absolutely nothing. It's worth $14.99.
Just imagine, right, if you were one of them newbie people and actually all you've done today is bought a £10 deal. Yeah. You get to try gilding flakes for free.
Yeah. Now we had 300 of these, right? You think, oh, it's great, 300, plenty to go around. There's 40 left, Sara. So the next 40 people to check out with that 10 spend will get this. After that, couldn't tell you. I might have to make a few phone calls.
I will tell you at the point at which we have 40 people with stuff in their baskets. It'll probably happen in the next 3 or 4 minutes, but when we get to 40 people in their baskets, but let me just explain, doesn't matter how many of you have something in your basket, it might say you've got the free gift, right? It's the next 42 physically go through the checkout process.
Double points as well. Did you mention that?
No, I haven't mentioned any of it. I've let you be the good news bunny.
So it's double points again. Because I thought it all finished last week, you see, and I might have alluded to that, but we're doing it again today. So
yeah, that's because it's the event that didn't have a name or an end date. I just kind of walked in the building and went, let's have an event, people. Let's give them free gifts. Let's do double points. And let's do an amazing deal on shipping, like we do on birthday. And I didn't say how long it was on or anything like that. I just said, let's do it. So we're still doing it until I say otherwise. The epic event, that's what I was calling it. Yeah. The epic event. Yeah. I'm here for that. So still double points on everything, and your £50, $50 free shipping, which is awesome as well. We put together another great deal for you. On forever.
Oh, we can't keep that on forever.
I do promise that's on all of this week. I do
all week.
All week I've promised that we do them because
producer Johnny, did you just hear what he said there?
Make a note of that.
What?
I I can make these sort of decisions.
I know
now.
you can.
I'm the CEO.
You're top of the tree.
Know?
I did.
Yeah.
I'll bow down to you.
Thank you.
There
As
you
it
go.
should be.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm telling you, we're keeping that $50 free shipping, right? What I will say is, right, not only, but this isn't forever, right? Not only when you get to that £50, $50, you get the free shipping, but then you get tagged.
Yes.
So for anyone who wasn't watching last week, this is a new thing we've managed to do in our system, whereby we tag you, right? So the system will know that, yep, Jennifer Smith, you've had your order, you've qualified for free shipping today. So now if you want to just come in and order that Star Buy, or a couple of $5 deals, or $5 Lucky Dips, or a couple of $10 deals, and you haven't hit the free shipping threshold, don't worry, love. Don't worry, love, we're still going to send it to you for free. And what happens is, the system in the warehouse, it prints off your first order and then all of your next ones in order straight after it, so that they'll pick them together and then go, oh, look, them 6 orders, they're for the same person. We'll put them in the same box, so we only pay one lot of shipping, so it doesn't cost us millions of pounds.
Very exciting show, because you're here for the first bit.
Yeah, but only for the first bit, because I am getting on an aeroplane and going somewhere top secret tonight.
You are, you?
I'm going somewhere, I can't tell you, can't tell you. I've got a really busy week, so I'm on an aeroplane somewhere tonight to do something exciting in the morning, to get on a train to then go to our store at Evesham to meet with all of our staff. It's out of hours, so don't tell me you're local to Evesham when you're coming round. Out of hours, we're having a lock-in. I'm getting them pizza. I'm catching them up on all the exciting stuff, right? Then I've got the dinner with a big CEO of a very important company that I want to do a lot more business going forward with, that's very exciting. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be on Hobby Maker and Sewing Street all day.
Wow.
And then I'm getting driven home, because I'm like driving Miss Daisy. Lovely Liam's going to drive me home.
Of course he
on
is.
Wednesday night, and I'm back with you on Thursday.
Yes. And
Don't miss me too
Friday?
much. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually interviewing a big politician on Friday morning, and then I've told her I've got a 2:30 hard stop because I have to be back because I've got a hot date on Friday.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I'm doing the show with a very special lady on Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah? Isn't that right?
That is right.
She is coming out, isn't she?
She is.
On Friday night.
She's coming out at some point on Friday night,
No, she's coming out for the whole of Friday night.
No, she's coming out for some of Friday night.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah. You go that way, go on. So I've got to read some comments, and then then you can say hello to Craig in a second, because he's waiting so patiently. Rachel and Jan on the socials right now. PB Brewer Martin saying hello to Sara, Ben, Craig, Rad Rachel, the complete fab bunch of CC, and all watching and crafting with this new show. Thank you. Terry H says good morning from Iowa. Melanie D is in saying hello again all. Carol Guy in Wisconsin, Julia Chiverton in Exmouth, Lynn joins us, Lynn Haynes, Trish Lestelle in Reno, Nevada, Linda Sadler in Pennsylvania, and yes, thank you, Rachel. So Rachel has kind of given you a little nudge in the comment. We need your questions, please. Request anything you want to see, anything you want to know. Pat's in New Jersey, and also Mary Beth Doyle joins us from McColb, Minnesota, and this one is brilliant. 30 of these free gifts left, by the way. Bella Stella says hello from Abu Dhabi.
Ooh! Let's do the alphabet again. There's A. Sorry, I am eating a flapjack and talking at the same time. It's really rude.
Yes, let's do the alphabet again. But I was also going to tell you, do you know the difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi? People in Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but people in Abu Dhabi do.
That's really bad. That's really bad.
Abu Dhabi do. Anyway, I'll say a few more hellos in just a second. He's been waiting patiently. Do you know what? He's supposed to be in 40 minutes. He's now here in half an hour. You all right, Craig? Craig!
Just checking it was still working there. Right, well, that's the end of the show. We'll see you later on live for another 2-hour show. No, this is it. I am so excited. Not only are we here with a brand new year, it's my first time on Crafters TV on 2025, so I'm really, really excited. You guys know as well. Craig, Gilding Flakes, incredible. Absolutely looking forward to what I'm going to be showing you after Sara. But what a great couple of hours. Gilding Flakes, deals, bundles. Oh, and I'm here later on tonight as well with the template library.
It might be your first time back on Crafters TV, but it's not the first show you've done, is it not? Tell them what you did last week.
What did I do last week?
How can you have forgotten already? Your amazing YouTube live with your template library.
So this is my first CTV live show. For a minute, I was like, was I here last week? Was I here last week? Was I? Yes. So many of you seen the live that I done. It was across on my Facebook and my YouTube channel with, of course, the template library. So thank you so much for everyone that watched, everyone that interacted as well. If you did miss it, don't worry, you can always watch back. However, we're going to go over it all in the 2 hours later on today. We'll show you some hints, tips, way to use it, and we're going to talk you through how our products at Crafters Companion work brilliantly with it. Nature Garden, Sara's Signature, all of our Crafters Companion. I want you to get all your other collections, all your other cardstock, all your other papers, you crafters at home. You've got so much. Every single thing that you've got in your craft room, you can use with the template library. Take it from beginning to end, and it just opens up a world of opportunities with that template library. Oh, she's getting ready.
I am ready to absolutely rock and roll on Gilding Flakes. Sorry, I'm also eating me lunch.
I thought you were going for another flapjack there.
I've only got one mouthful left.
Shall we just say another few hellos?
Hit me.
All right, here we go. Hello to Janice. Hello to Trish Lestelle. Jonelle joins us in Washington State. Hello to Evelyn Kiefer. Trish says, watching today to learn. I have buckets of flakes, no confidence in the user experience. Well, we're going to up your confidence.
I'm going to copy that.
Carolyn, watching to learn. Have the supplies, now need the inspiration. And Linda says, looking forward to learning. Never had a lot of luck with gilding projects. See you in a bit, pal.
See you in a bit.
It's good this, isn't it? Because I get to work with E and and it's going to be amazing. So you'll pick up loads of great tips. This is the deal. It's a deal of the day. It's a showstopper deal. Basically, this is the deal you pick up to get your free shipping and get yourself tagged if you're a platinum member. £50, $50. And then you get your free shipping for the rest of the day. That open basket, if you like, where you can add more stuff in. This is the technique kit that you're going to get. Sara will take you through it in more detail in just a second. But you get 3 pots of gilding flakes in those 3 different colours. You get all the tools that you need as well as far as your ink pads are concerned, your sponges, your glues. You've got liquid glues and your ballpoint blue glue pens as well. You're also going to be getting in there stamps, cardstock, papers, everything that you need to get going. Plus, you've got your booklet in there and tuition as well, access to tuition online. So there's loads and loads of help for you, not just in these shows, but also as far as the kit is concerned. Now, that's $29.99 on its own. Then, for basically, another 20 quid, you get all of this, which is incredible. I'm talking about your black cardstock in here. You're getting another set of gilding flakes with the glue and the tools from the Wild at Heart collection. You are getting stamps. You're getting the alphabet dies. Where are they? There, which we showed you a little bit earlier on. So brilliant to be working with. You're getting dies from the Hyde Ranger collection. You're getting nesting dies. You're getting more stamps. All of that and more of those glue pens as well. Those are the ones with the thicker nibs. There is 100 of those to go round, and then that will be gone. So quick as you can on that. And just as a reminder, next few people to check out get that as their free gift. So it's all about the gilding flakes. There are less than 30 chances now. Next 30 people check out. Producer Johnny's in the ears like, no man, whoa. 20 now. Next 20 people, and that free gift is gone. So get checked out. Fire in those questions as well. We want to hear from you. What do you want to see? What do you want to know? We've got another 25 minutes with Sara, so let's make the most out of it. What can you show us?
Okay, so what I will say is, we're only on YouTube and Facebook, which means if you want to hit pause now and check out, you'll definitely get the free gift. Right? And then you won't miss any of my amazing demonstration, because then you'll come back and pick up where you left off. At some point when we're in a break, I would fast forward that bit of the break, but pause us now, go and check out, otherwise you're not getting the free gift, right? For those of you who have already checked out, right, Gilding Flakes, magic, where have I put my paintbrush, right, this is going to be revolutionary for you. We are going to apply Gilding Flakes to a wet glue surface. Now, if you are using like a double-sided tape, straight down, it's already tacky. If you are using one of the glue application options that we have in the kit, which is this little pot of glue, the miniature, very fine tip pen, or the regular pens, it is a special glue. Let me just show you. I'm going to put a little bit of this glue down, right? So when I put a little bit of this glue down, what you'll see is this glue, as it dries, can you see it's a little bit blue, right? So while the glue is blue, no go.
No.
What was the amazing saying that somebody taught us?
I knew you were going to ask that. The saying, it's coming here, it was from Tayden, and her saying was...
If it's blue...
If it's blue...
Don't do something or other. She'll tell us in a second.
If
It will not do.
Once it's clear, you're free to adhere.
Free to adhere, right? So, I'm going to leave that there. What I'm going to do is show you that is the same glue in this pen. So I can write on here, Sara loves Gilding Flakes.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So, as I've written that, can you see? You can still see bits of white. This is very thick because I put it on, right? This, you can see them little bits of white.
Yeah.
Until they've all disappeared. Categorically, do not put Gilding Flakes on.
No.
This is, I'm just going to straight down the barrel. This is the most important thing you will learn today. Patience is a virtue. Not a one I have, but a virtue. Now, while I'm doing all of this, that's bought me 30 seconds. Look at the difference it's made.
Yeah.
Now I look at this, we've got two tiny little spots up
Yes.
here. All of this has gone clear. What happens when it goes clear, Ben?
You're free to adhere.
You are free to adhere. Yes, we are. Right now, in your Gilding Flake starter kit, you get a pot of silver, you get a pot of bronze, and you get a pot of gold, right? So watch what we're going to do. We're going to take the silver. We're going to take a little bit out of the pot of silver, right? This is how I like to apply it. And we just go, now it's completely gone clear. So on the Sara, I'm going to put the Gilding Flakes down, right? And we are going to be good to go. You can see it's only sticking where we've got glue,
Yeah.
right? What I want you to do is I want you to get the little brush and you brush it off, you see.
Ah, yes.
And you'll see there, we've only gilded where we want it to be. So there's Sara, right? Loves can be with it, right? So Loves will go with the bronze. Now, people were asking, how do you not make as much of a mess? Look at this. I've made a tiny bit of mess, put it straight back in,
Yeah.
so that all I'm wiping off and wasting is a tiny little bit of Gilding Flake. I mean, look at that, we've wasted hardly any.
Exactly right.
And let's go with the gold, because I want you to see all the colours. So Sara loves Gilding Flakes, right? So try and be... Do you know what a lot of people do is they decant these into a different pot?
Yeah.
Right? Craig's doing a video. Hi, guys!
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. Oh, is he going to share the behind the scenes with everybody? Right? Come round here. Oh, apparently I have to watch my head. Don't worry,
I've got
me.
cameras
me
coming in at
roots-
all angles
me
here,
roots
look.
are just very grey,
Oh.
right? Come round here and get a one from over the shoulder, Craig, because that'll be a lovely little show, everybody. Look at him. There he is. Woo! Are you
Seriously.
ready? You're going to show people. We're going to take this and we're just going to pop it into the pot like this, right? So that we're not wasting... Look at that. People were asking in the earlier show, how do we not have to do as much cleaning up? Look at that. So this here...
So tidy.
I'm going to put this up and put that on there, right? It's because I have to go and I don't make any mess for Craig, right? But once you got to this stage, guys, don't be frightened to aggressively give it a good bit of a buff off, because that there is the bomb.com. Look at that, right? Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
This is what we call the money shot. Are you ready? Ooh, look at the light, the way the light's bouncing off. Sara loves Gilding Flakes.
She does, doesn't she?
The first time she did that, she spelled gilding wrong, so I've learned the hard way.
Did you put a U in it?
I put a U in it.
Yeah.
It was got Gilding.
Gilding.
Flakes, right? Now, that is just the golden rule I want you to use. Now we've got that golden rule, we're going to apply it, right? Are you ready? So, this, not good to go. Still blue.
That
And if
won't
it's
do.
blue, what does it mean?
It won't do.
It won't do.
No.
It just won't. It won't do, guys. Right? Let me just show you. You love the stamping bit, right? So let's get a nice little stamp on here, and let me show you how you would do the stamping and when is ready to stamp. Okay? So you'll get the drying pad in your kit, guys. You'll get 2 of these because we're really nice. If you're getting that free gift, actually, let's not mention it because you're probably not getting the free gift now.
There's not many left, I don't think, Sara.
Right. So let's have a little look. You're going to always put
15.
a tiny little bit of the glue onto every time you use it, even though it's been left with the lid on, you're going to reignite it with a bit more glue, right?
So just whilst you're doing this as well, a few people, including Dean, are saying, can you gild with any adhesive or do you need these speciality glues?
You need the speciality glues.
Right.
Right? Do you know what you could go and do? You could go and have a little look on my Instagram, because I do some amazing gilding onto wine glasses.
Oh yeah.
I've done gilding onto all sorts, guys. So I want you to go and have a little look. I have them on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So whatever is your social media channel of choice for little videos, knock yourself out, right? And go and have a little look, and you will see all of the stuff that I'll teach you. I use Gilding Flakes on absolutely everything. Our Liam used Gilding Flakes when he made the Las Vegas sign, remember?
Yeah.
We use them on everything, right? So look at this. I am doing an all-over background now that we are going to apply our gilding. What I might do is I might see if I can get a second shadow stamp out of this. Oh, it's tacky. Oh, just about. Yeah, probably not. Look at that. Lesson learned. Learn from me, guys. You can do it, right? So I'm always applying the glue, and I'm sticking down. Somebody asked in the last show, what do they do now to clean this stamp? Right? Your stamp cleaner would be absolutely brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Or just warm soapy water if you haven't got a stamp cleaner. Take this and put the lid on, right? Now, the best thing you can do now, guys, is you can leave that a couple of minutes to go tacky, right? So you see it's clear,
yeah.
But if you leave it a little bit longer, it's going to make it even better. While I'm waiting, not to be, knocked out, let's go for the next one. Should we do one of the stencils?
Come on, here we go.
So, get the stencil in here. Use that drying pad over the stencil, right? So you're going into the stencil with the adhesive. Now you can see that adhesive coming in. What colour is it? Blue. What happens if it's blue?
It won't do.
Just won't do. So we're going to leave it and wait, aren't we?
Here we are.
So notice I'm not rubbing, I'm tapping into the gap.
Tippity tappity.
Tippity tappity, chippity tappity it up, right? So I'm going to put that onto there. Let me just lift this up and make sure I've got it all. Yes. Can you see though? It's very, very blue. If it's very, very blue, we're going to wait, right? So you go and just hold your horses over there, butterfly. You can come in right now. Yes, you've got the gold, the silver and the bronze, right? However, we have some amazing £10 $10 deals.
Yeah, incredible.
And this one here is the pack of 3 of your different pinky colours, the blushes,
Look
right?
at that one.
So what I want you to do is I'm going to get these blush ones in. Now, when you are at this stage, right, this, brilliant to go, right? So can you see I'm going to take one of these. Right, this is the technique, right? Get your flakes like this.
Yeah.
Get them on.
This is for all of those of you who say you're making a mess when you're doing it. This is hopefully how not to make so much of a mess.
Not to make so much of a mess, right? So, and then put the excess back in there, right? Soon as you start clumping it together,
yeah.
Trust me, that's when you start giving it a bit of a rub like this. And those little, just gentle, right? Those little ones
yeah.
will only adhere to where you've got the glue on. This is why we do the whole thing about, let me just tap off some of this excess, right?
By the way, as far as the £10 deals are concerned today, these are flying. Sorry, people multi-ordering these, producer Johnny telling me.
Well, yeah, because now you're seeing all the stuff you can do.
Yeah,
with
exactly
Gilding
right.
Flakes. What do you want? We want more Gilding Flakes, right? So the reason I put, oh look, that second stamp one I did isn't too bad down here, right? So I'm putting these on. What I've done is I've put this paper underneath so that I can go, let's save a bit of space. At home, guys, being totally honest, what we do is we have a bigger pot to decant them into,
yes.
right? So
takeaway tubs, Craig always suggests.
Takeaway tubs.
Good excuse to have a takeaway.
Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, washed, yes.
Look, I'm just going to... Right, there we go, right? Now, once you get to this stage, I want you to use this buff. Don't be frightened to be aggressive, because look at that, and actually I can even get a bit of kitchen towel, and I can go even more aggressively with the kitchen towel, take all these little bits off, so that we've only got... I mean, come on.
Oh, my goodness me, Sara.
Come on. Sara,
yes.
Hashtag Queen of Gilding.
Queen of Gilding.
Queen of Gilding. I'm taking that, guys. I'm going to absolutely take it, right? Self-appointed. Right?
I was going to say, I love how you gave yourself the name. I'll give it.
Let's do it on acetate.
Okay.
Let's do it on acetate. So what I'll do is I'll put a bit of black card behind so that you can see, because we want to see when that glue is good to go, right? Now, where's my stamp? Right.
12 by 12 black card on the show. Very busy for that as well. Pop the details up on the screen for you as well. It's another £10 deal today. Unbelievable, really. 50 sheets you're getting in 12 by 12. £8 if you platinum. All these deals in the shop today, so do grab them. And the previous £10 deals from last week, if we've got them in stock, you'll find them also over on the website.
Right, so I'll put a little bit on that. Now imagine all of the stamps that you've got, guys, and how phenomenal they're all going to look when they've all been stamped and done with gilding flakes, right? That is still looking a little bit gluey and tacky to me. So, whilst we're waiting for that, let's get on our amazing stencil, right? No blue. You see no blue, we're good to go. Can't remember the saying.
No, if it's clear, we're free to adhere.
Free to adhere, right. So, let's put a bit of pink up the middle. And then let's mix with a little bit of our silver. This is when, to me, gilding gets exciting. Yeah. When you now, at the moment, you're looking and you're thinking, oh dear, what's she done there? That's all gone wrong.
What's she doing there? Right? Oh dear.
Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not.
Don't worry. It's
never worry when you're around.
Finish, right. I'm going to put a little bit more. And when this is more flaky, that's better, right? So the more flakier, the better. Okay, so that's getting to the end of its life. It's not as flaky. Once we get to this stage, rub it all in. Work it into all those little nooks and crannies. Oh, hello. Now you're talking, right?
Pretty butterfly.
Remember, once you get to that stage, so we can get even better, give it a buff. Kitchen roll in. Give it a buff.
Buff it up.
Just take everything else off. Now, we've got none of this out. That's what a lot of people don't realise to do. Take off the excess. That absolutely thebomb.com, right? Next level. Should we give the acetate a try?
Go on then.
Right, so while we've got the acetate on, let me bring this white card back into it. What colour do you want to go, Ben?
Oh, I don't know. Go with the bright. Oh, you go for the other one.
Is this one okay? Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, you go with that.
Right.
Sara always does this to me. She always asks me, like, which one do you want?
Too slow.
And then
too slow.
Just does what she wants anyway.
Yeah, we're too slow, right? So can you see this is very flaky?
Yeah.
Very flaky is nice and easy to apply, right? So, very flaky. Going to make sure we stick this to all of these, and then I'm going to try and not make a mess because I'm keeping it nice and tidy for Craig. She says I'm keeping it as nice and tidy as I possibly can, right?
You've only got 15 minutes to stay tidy, Sara.
Okay, right. Now, what you want to do is you want to give this a little bit of time. Can you see? It's harder to see on the overhead camera, guys, right? And what I'm going to do is I need to buff all this other stuff off, so I need to wait for it to dry. It'll stick to the acetate up. Do you know what would have really helped, Ben?
Yeah, your hamster pillow.
I'd used an anti-static bag, right? Is that what you call it, a hamster pillow?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to buff it really hard to try and take all the excess off, because you'll see the gilding then, right? But if I'd used my hamster pillow, I love that you call it that, it would have been even it. Right, so can you see now? Yeah? Can you see that it's stuck to that brilliantly well? I'm going to show you on the close-up, right? So, there, you can see it stuck to that, but if I'd used my hamster pillow, we wouldn't have had all of this round here, right? But, are we getting the gist? We can go on to acetate. I took it onto glass. In fact, we'll get a glass.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get a nice glass. I'm going to go and get a glass, and we're going to do a glass. I'm going to get that.
You get a glass. I'll say hello to Sherry, says, I've used the Gilding Flakes before, but tend to make quite the mess. And Sonia says, hi, y'all. I'm actually able to be back from some of the show, and I've already got it checked out, so I get my Gilding Flakes free. My other order and the 3 orders yesterday, my wallet is squealing. Hello, Creative Blessings. Hello, Laurie Barnett, hanging out from Gilbert, Arizona. And Rita Jackson says, I've used the flakes when I first received the monthly kit, so I'm watching this now. I am aware that we are getting lots of questions in. I'm going to keep those, I think, for Craig Beagle, who's up in about 10 minutes' time. Just want to also highlight that, you know, we are continuing everything that you loved last week. Free gift, check. Double points, check. Free shipping if you spend over 50, check. £10, $10 deals, check. What the what now? What the what now? I know, Craig, I know. This we launched just before Christmas. It's £8, $8 if you are a platinum member. $24.99, $29.99. I think almost as recent as we could get as far as launches are concerned. If there was a camera on Craig right now, this is my impression of Craig. This is him. Like that, you can't believe it. Jaw on the floor time, but that, there you go, you can see for yourself.
Don't worry, I found one.
That's
It's not quite the sort of glass I was looking for.
It's a
but
posh, like latte glass, isn't it?
it'll do the job.
It will do the job, man. Anyway, that is wacky bonkers. Feel free to multi-order. It's flying. Also flying. The buddy bags, we've had some brilliant buddy bag deals right throughout this week. Basically, you're going to get 2 for an incredible price. Yes, £10 deal, double points as well. You're going to get Leanne and Edna. What a dream team. Look at the size of Leanne. You're going to get the opportunity in here to store pretty much what you want. And a lot of people were talking about Leanne in terms of storing other bits and pieces in here. If you use this to go camping, take it to the caravan, first aid kits, that kind of thing. You've got the triple hook and loop on this.
Versatile as Leanne.
She is so versatile. You've got your hook and loop front and then on the sides, handle, white clean, see-through, and then the perfect buddy bag for storing all of your ink pads in. I mean, not all of them, but you'll get 20 in there. A really handy amount of our ink pads will go in there. Again, perfect for things like your zips on a roll, spools of ribbon, all those kind of things. You've got that hook and loop across the top, white clean, carry handle. Both of those are just £10. If you're platinum, just £8, $8. Double points as well. Get them in your carts. Feel free to multi-order on all of those. I know I've said it pretty much every day, but I really do believe today's £10, $10 deals are the best that we've had. Alongside those jigsaw puzzles that we had on Friday, these deals are incredible. Right, so Sara has pilfered a glass from the cafe. What are you going to do with it?
Oh, I'm going to have a bit of fun. I'm going to have a bit of fun, right? So, let's just pretend that there's not mess underneath there. That's the way to tidy up, right? So, this glue will go onto all sorts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little bit of glue down to here, right? I'm going to pick this up with a nice wide brush, right? And I'm going to do this up from the bottom of here, okay? So I'm just going up from the bottom of here.
Okay.
Now, what's really hard is when you're going onto a clear surface like this, it's really difficult to see what is white and what is blue.
I think you can see the blue quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look close.
Oh, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you can see it better on there than I can see in real life.
Okay, yeah.
Right, so I'll just continue to look at that, right? So I will do all of this. So now I've got my colour on there. So I've used a tiny, tiny amount, right?
Yeah.
You can see there that's blue. Let's give it a couple of seconds to de-bluify.
De-bluify.
De-bluify. Whilst that is de-bluifying, I love that we've just made up a new word now. Let me just show you something that was a technique that everybody loved in the last show, right? This is one of the papers that you got.
Ah,
I'm sure you've got loads of papers just like this in your kit, right? This is fake gold foiling. So if you look at it up close, it's not actually foiled.
No.
It's just printed to look like foil. So what we do is we take the glue pen and you're just going to go over all of where it's been foiled, right?
All
now,
these pens included in the deal as well?
They are. So this is, this is a 3mm pen, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 3mm pen on there. I'm going to take the small pen and I'm going to go with it. Now, let me just double check that this is right and nice. Yeah, it is.
And just, oh yes, for someone messaged earlier on saying they can't get theirs to start again. It's just, this is the tippity tap, isn't it? To get these pens going. Gentle taps.
Tippity.
It takes a little while, but it does flow eventually.
Tippity tap.
Yeah.
Right? So, really up close, I'm going to turn this around so you can see. Be very gentle. Do a tippity tap, right?
Very gentle.
I'm not going to lie, guys. I've picked up so many of these pens and gone, it's not working, because I've gone, it's not working, right?
You did that this morning.
Don't press hard.
No.
Gentle. Tippity tap. Tippity tap, right? So I'm going to go over this ever so gently. Oh, it's so gentle. I'm tippity tapping. I'm such a gentle person with
You
the
are
pen.
not a crafting whirlwind at all.
No.
No.
Please make a note of this to keep. Sara was not a crafting whirlwind. She was ever so gentle.
She was.
She was ever so canny. She was no bother at all, and she didn't get impatient with the pen in the slightest.
No,
right?
noted.
How many people would have done that just like me, though, right? And I want you to see just how different it can be, right? So that's the fine, that's the wider tip. While we're here, let me just show you, we are being gentle on the tippity tap, right? So I'll come down with this, gentle on the tippity tap, give it a bit of a rub over, right? Watch what happens when I use it in that. Now you don't have to be gentle. Right?
Here we go.
Hello. Look how fine.
Gentle. Tippity tap.
Just be gentle. Tippity tap. Right? But that shows you how fine you can get with it.
Yeah.
Let me show you this on here. Right? What is it I'm waiting for to dry, by the way?
The
glass.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Honestly, I've got a lot going on.
So many things happening.
Yes, I forgot we'll come to that. Right. And don't get, I've got to leave.
Oh yeah, don't forget you don't want to miss your plane.
Right, so I'm coming round here, and this is the wider, right? So this is the one where we've got the wider, and look, I'm using every last little. As soon as I take the stuff over,
yeah,
it sticks to it. So I'm not waiting for any of these, and I'm starting to rub over on all of this, right? Now I'm using those last little scraps, but bear in mind, if you use little scraps, you'll get bits of dust as well. Right, so I'm just using this, I'm getting little bits of dust, but I want you to see the difference between the very, very fine and the very wide nib. You've got both in your kit, guys, right?
By the way, you've got another very happy tippity tapper. Sylvia Sad says, I've done the tippity tap and it worked. First time in 3 years. Thank you very much.
Look at this, right? This is the big 3mm.
Yeah.
This is the fine tip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see? That's where we use the tippity tap. I want you to see, this is the 3mm. This is the tippity tap, little tiny one, right? You've got all of these pens included, guys, right? The whole point of this starter kit is you've got the actual gilding flakes, you've got the different glue applicator mediums, you've got the bottle, you've got the ink pads, you've got the different sizes of the pens, right? Then we've got the things you can try it with. We've got the double-sided adhesive sheets, which we haven't even had a chance to do, which Craig will do. We've got the we've got double-sided adhesive sheets, we've got stencils, we've got stamps, you've got die-cut pieces that we do, you've got all of the cardstock, you've got the acetate to try onto this. Then you go into the bigger, wider kit where you're getting more dyes, you've got to use all sorts. Let me show you how we apply this. Can we have a check on how we're doing on the up close, Jamie?
Can I just ask a question? If you were really impatient, could you force dry it, or is it best not to?
Don't.
Right, don't do that.
What have we learned today, guys? Patience is a virtue.
And Tayden, by the way, sorry Tayden, you say I'm a guy. If I called you a lady earlier, I apologise. You say, when it's blue, it just won't do. When it's clear, you're good to adhere. Thank you, Tayden.
That's what Tayden told us, right?
Yeah.
Ready for this? So we're coming on with these, and we're putting this up here, right? So can you see, we're going up here now. There you go. Look, I haven't waited long enough for it to dry. And it's getting a bit, but you got the idea, right? This is where you're going to want to buy the big pots of gilding flakes, guys, because you're going to use a lot of them. If you're doing, do you know how many Liam used when he did the...
I've no idea. It was a ridiculous amount.
Big pots here. I think he used 13 pots.
13 or 14,
13 pots, right? So you want the big pots, right?
And question on this. Rosalind's just saying, would you seal this glass after putting the gilding flakes on?
It depends. Are you wanting to stick it in the dishwasher, or are you wanting it just to be... I did loads of candles like this at Christmas.
Yeah.
So if you... I just did it with cheap IKEA candles. I don't want to waste time and money sealing them or whatever. I just want them to look really expensive.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of stuff at Christmas, which I then didn't seal, right? However, if you are wanting these to last and then last really, really well, absolutely go and give them a seal, right? Look at this. Does this or does this not look absolutely brilliant?
Does look
with
amazing.
The posh gilding on, right? And then remember, some of these are just it's only going to stick to where we've got the gilding flakes. That is how you get a really awesome looking coffee cup, right? And now I'm giving this a nice, oh, don't you go flying, giving this a nice rub all over. This is what you're going to start and do with your gilding. That there looks thebomb.com. Doesn't that just look thebomb.com, right? And the point was to show that you can apply gilding flakes to any surface. Pop them on anything, right? You get the little jars, right? And there's actually, look, loads of these I'll still save and go back in the jar, okay? We do the super-sized pots in the gold, the silver and the bronze, or we do the 50ml pots in loads of other different colours. So that's a 200ml pot of the big stuff. The 50ml pots are the ones we've got the 3 for a tenner in the £10, $10 deals as well, right? I'm going to leave that with Craig.
Sara, thank you so much. When are you back? Just remind us, you're back Thursday, right?
Okay, so I'm going off to my flight. We're very important, right? Then I'm down in the store tomorrow, but don't come turn up at the store looking for us because it's after hours. I'm having pizza with all the guys. Then on Wednesday, I am hobby makering, and I'll be back here with you on Thursday.
We will look forward to all of that. I've got tons of comments, so promise when we come back, I will read out all of your comments. I've got tons of questions as well. Craig, get ready. You are going to be quizzed.
Ready.
So I hope you're all
ready.
I hope he's ready with all his Gilding Flake knowledge. So all your comments, all your questions coming up, but now is the time to get to the checkout. These are hanging on, like 1 or 2 left. You need to be very, very quick. And in the meantime, let's have a listen to D-Rob, who is back in the house tomorrow.
Everyone, I am here in my craft room at home, busy prepping for tomorrow. I am coming up at Crafters TV for the full day, and when I say the full day, you've got me for all 3 shows, so I'm really looking forward to it. So I've just down tools for a couple of minutes just to jump on here and give you the heads up for everything that is coming your way tomorrow. So first things first, wake up call at 12 p.m. here in the UK, where you have the opportunity to get your hands on all the crafty goodies first and all the great deals that we've got coming on throughout the day. At 2 p.m, you've heard our lovely Sara mention it, and we've got New Year, New Craft. My particular show is going to be all about silhouette stamping, so get those questions ready and we will do our very best to answer everything and show you something that you want to see, as well as what I've got busy planned for that show as well. So I'm really looking forward to that one, and it may be that you've never tried that sort of craft before, so great opportunity to tune in and catch that New Year, New Craft show at 2 p.m. At 5 p.m, it's our launch party show, and I love launch party because it's the chance for us to show you all the great things that we've launched over the last few weeks. And I love, pardon the pun, love everything that we have launched there. So I can't wait to get playing with those things as well. I have also heard on the grapevine that Mr. Moseby has the D-Rob, D-Rob wrap ready to go and film, so I better get the cap out, the gold chain and the shades out as well. Don't think I could quite get away with a gold tooth, but you're probably thinking, what are you on about? Well, if you caught the shows last week, you'll know what we're talking about, so I'm really looking forward to that. Right guys, I'm off to fill the coffee up because I'm a bit thirsty, so I shall see you all tomorrow at Crafters TV.
Day to day looks like on a normal day when I'm working from home. Get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me, and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts, and then grab my tea.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for all the comments. I'm going to get through a load of comments, then I'm just going to show you a couple of deals which are flying, and then we'll fire some questions at Craig, because I realise that There's loads of questions coming in. So, comments-wise, thank you to Teresa, who says, hello, Sara, Craig, Ben, and everyone. Not been in for a while, but I'm really enjoying the shows. It's great to have you back. Stacey Lou has loads of Gilding Flakes, never uses them. This is your opportunity to get them out. Mary Beth Dawes in Minnesota, great day to watch the shows. It's minus 13 degrees there. And Kimberly says, I'm so happy the 3 shows are back. I have Crafters TV on every day in my house. Thank you. I missed it. Sonia Rosamond says, I transfer my Gilding Flakes into large containers, makes it easier. And Laurie says, I love adding small accents of Gilding Flakes to create a hint of shine for sun, stars, etc. Amazing how a little bit adds to so much. Thank you also to Deb, who says, I've just checked out and got that free gift. It's gone. That free gift has now gone. We had 300, they've gone. However, thank me, because during the break there, I made a few calls, spoke to a few bosses, and I said, oi, we need to get another free gift that's Gilding Flakes related.
Bit of a coincidence, I come in, we've got a new gift.
Mr. Legends. Now, just to say that you'll get, I made the calls, yeah? You get, it was all me.
It's come in.
Yeah, but it was all, I did the, hello.
Yeah, but I'm the legend, you're the myth. Boys are back.
But I did the, hello, yep, can you just,
Can
yeah.
you just tell us about the free gift?
I'm trying to, but I keep getting interrupted, yeah? There might be some crossover, just to say. You may still get the other one, but whichever way, you're going to get a great kit for free. Stunning, says Vanessa. Love the flakes. And Sara says, Sonia, I'm so happy that you came out with these colours of Gilding Flakes. The blush, I ordered more today. I already have some, and I absolutely love them, so I'm happy you are demonstrating them for us. Now, as you will see, Craig is here. I have a ton of questions. Do you want them now or in a bit?
Let's do them now. Let's do them now. So Sarah's done demonstrations, do the questions, then we can finish off the show doing more.
Okay, so we have a question from Helen, who says, is there anything else I can use to put the glue on stamps, as I don't have the dry pad? Thank you.
Anything else you can use on stamps? So with stamps...
So to put the actual glue onto it, because we obviously put it onto the pad, don't we? And then like dab it onto...
Yeah, so anything sponge, you don't want a sponge that's too absorbent, but yeah, something like that. So you know your blending tools, the foam head of your blending tools, absolutely brilliant. And actually, that slightly rougher side, if you run out of these, chop them in half, by the way, because you don't need the full length. So chop them up. But if you don't have any of them left, then yeah, actually use the sponge to apply the glue to your stamp, and then use the opposite side to buff off the flakes.
Can you use any / all of your stamps, asks Carol Byrne.
Absolutely any stamp whatsoever.
Creative Blessings asks, are there big bottles of that glue? And my follow-up question, if not, can we use other glue, like tacky glue, for example?
So you need to use a glue that stays sticky. So that is the largest one that we do. What you need to keep in mind, as Sarah's shown you already, the glue needs to stay tacky because, of course, you need to pop that medium on. You can have a little bit of a play, but when it comes to your white glue, obviously, we don't want to get confused with tacky glue. So our normal tacky glue that we actually call tacky glue, with that one, you can use it, but you have to get that perfect window just before it fully dries. Whereas with the stay sticky glue, that one there will then, of course, dry, as in the point of the blue will disappear, then it will stay tacky. As long as you've got a tacky surface, you could be using it.
So, again, this answers this question, I suppose, really. Altia says, can I put the Gilding Flakes on red liner tape?
Absolutely. Absolutely brilliant for that. Red liner tape, double-sided tape, your tape runners, double-sided adhesive sheets, all of that. As long as it's a sticky surface, yeah, you can do it.
So you can use your Dotty Tape pens as well, which we've got on a fantastic deal. £30.40 or $49.60 is the platinum price. You get 12. It's the box that we send to the shop. You're getting all of those in there. Basically, if you're platinum, you're kind of buying 6 and getting 6 for free within that bundle. And that's going to give you a really cool effect because you're going to get the Gilding Flakes just adhere into the dots. So you'll get a really cute dotty effect. Just whilst I'm there, just stopping the questions for a second. Another £10, $10 deal. Very, very quickly, must show you this. I mean, unreal, right? There are 49 now chances left to get this. Your double-sided stepper card die. These dies are incredible because they're going to cut you the card shape and then cut you all your mats and layers to be able to create. I mean, that's just bonkers for £8, $8.
It's 35 quid.
Yep.
It's minus like a couple of pennies or a penny, 35 quid, or was it $40?
Yeah.
That piece of metal and the mats and layers. I like to think myself as an expert. You know, some say I'm not, but I do think I am. I wouldn't do mats and layers for that sort of shape. Can you imagine trying to work them out? Incredible, incredible price.
48, 47, 46 of those now left. Double points, of course, with everything as well. And your free gift, the Myths and Legends Gilding Flakes. Couple more quick questions. What's the hamster pillow, says Tawanda M.
That is our, and I say our, it's an anti-static bag. Essentially, it's just like a little bag, a little pouch. I've got mine over there, I'll grab it in a minute. And it looks, well, I'm saying it looks like, I'd never heard of it before until Ben had said an actual hamster pillow. When we go back to you, Ben, I'll go and run and get it.
And a few people are getting confused as well with that, and Craig will just reiterate this point, because if people go, oh, do I use it after? No, no, no. So if you were using it on the acetate, Sara would have used it before, wouldn't she?
Yes,
not after.
Absolutely. We tend to use it when it comes to embossing powder. So you know where we use the anti-static bag, which is this one, on your surface before you use the embossing powder. Same goes. If you're going to be using Gilding Flakes on with acetate, dust it. So just go onto your acetate, just give that a dusting like that, Ben. It will be a bit cloudy, but once you buff off the flakes, that's going to make it crystal clear.
And there was another question. Amanda, and I think you will kind of see this as the demo's go on. She says, how do you know if it's ready to gild if you're on white card? So that blue glue, it still does show up, doesn't it?
Still does show up, yeah. It's more prominent when it comes to black card, but you will definitely see it. I'm going to say it might be harder to see on screen via our cameras through your TV at home or your monitor, but when you do it at home, you will see that blue disappear, I promise.
Do you know what? There's so many more questions still coming in. Let me take stock of those questions whilst we get into some more with Craig. And again, Craig, you're happy, aren't you? If anyone wants to send in any requests, want you to try anything, you're happy to do, but you will just do what you want to do unless we get any requests, right?
Yeah, so later on, main technique-wise, I'm going to do what's called the fire and ice, so that is using the glitter. But yeah, what we'll do is, let's bring in, I'm going to do the tape runner to start with, so if you've got the dotty one or you're going for it, but then let's also bring in our own dies. We've got double-sided adhesive sheets in the bundle, we've got cardstock within the bundle, so now I'm going to show you in a moment how you can start to use all of your dies at home when it comes to gilding them. But if we go back to what you were showing there, Ben, I've just got our Dotty Tape runner here.
Yeah.
And use it in the same way that you would maybe do your mats and layers. So maybe you want a decorative frame. I'm just going in rogue, of course, that you can see. But then you're going to come in with your flakes. So what I'm actually going to do is just at the side of me here, there's kind of like a little puddle of excess flakes. So let's just use these ones. And as you were saying before, Ben, what's going to happen is they're only going to stick to the actual dots. Now you will find there'll be little clusters that will just stick together, but what you're going to see is the majority of them, you're going to get all of these tiny little gilded flakes. It is so, so cool within the little dots. So we're just going to then keep working that all the way around. Now, what I will say is many of you might be like, well, that's all very well, but, you know, say I want to do a straight edge. Would you believe, just while you're looking there, I'm just grabbing my ruler here because I seem to have disappeared with a ruler. What to do, Ben, if you want a straight edge, just use a ruler. So if you are going to be doing your mats and layers, you can still do your straight edge by running your tape runner along your ruler. And then this could be for framing your sentiments if you want to. It could be, of course, for framing your die cuts if you want it to.
A few people are saying they use it for like the faux mats and layers as well, like you do with the pens, right?
Exactly, yeah. Well, I mean, could you imagine, I'm just going to roughly do this. Could you imagine if that one, let's just trim this slightly. Of course, you could be using your ruler, as I was showing you there. But can you imagine if instead of bringing in your luxury cardstock, you can then do your faux mats and layers with your tape? And great if you've got the straight tape runner, but the dotty one, it just gives you that little kind of difference visually on the eye. But if I then even just show you,
that's
can
really
you
cool.
see how you've got the tiny little dots there, Ben, because we've just gone along and buffed it off. It's like a little tyre mark.
It reminds me of those, like, I can't think of the name of the, you know, the watch straps you get with the really expensive straps, looks like that.
That's it, yeah. So you've got that ability there as well. So bringing in things such as your tape runners and then start to mat and layer. So dyes, we've all got dyes within our stash here. So let's go in, Ben, with a bit of white cardstock, and I'm going to go in with a piece of the double-sided adhesive sheets. If you run out, you can use our packs. I don't know if they're still in stock on the website, the A4 sheets, but if they're not, keep an eye on them and then stock up once they're back in. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to press that down. I'm just going to trim that little overhang. It's an excess. So what I've got here is I've got my double-sided adhesive sheet on one side and my white card on the other. Now, we're going to do the opposite to what we kind of used to do. Now, what I mean by that, usually, Ben, with double-sided adhesive sheets, we cut on our cardstock so that becomes a sticker. But we want to do the opposite. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the die onto that top side that is the double-sided sheet. This could be any of your die-cut shapes. This could be any of your die-cut sentiments. This could be your die-cut sentiments that comes with a mat and layer, of course. It could be anything like that, die-cut form, and it doesn't have to be small. It can be any size. Then what we've got is we've now got our die-cut shape, but it is now got that sticky side.
Amazing.
So if we go in now with our pokey tool and we can take that backing off, and then don't bin this because you can then spritz around that, you can ink that, that's got like a resist backing. Then we can go in with one of the flakes. So let's go in with the soft rose that this one is, and we're going to then take a bit of cardstock, and then you can either just pop on with your hands or you can just dunk it in. Usually I just dunk, but what I want to do is I also want to try and keep nice and clean. So then all we're doing is we're just buffing off all that excess with our little sponge. And now we've got our own foiled but gilded heart, or whatever shape it is that you're doing. So if we work round, I would always say as well, let's just go round the edge, neaten that off. But look at that. We've now got, it's as if it's sparkly without it actually being sparkly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
So that is any of your die cuts that you've now got at home. And because, of course, that is a flat back there, just white card, use your glue, use your foam pads, use your tape runners to adhere that. But that could be any different size, any different shape, any different sentiment that you've got that you can then start to foil.
Loads of comments still. A couple more questions would do as well. Karen says, I did some Gilding Flakes last year and as I haven't got a dedicated craft room, I did it on my kitchen side. Big mistake. My kitchen top had a lovely gilded effect. Rosalind says, would the freezer affect the Gilding Flakes? She says, I can see using the decorated glass with a frost drink. So if you put it in the freezer, would that affect the lay down of the flakes if it got too cold?
It shouldn't. Heat doesn't affect it. So I'm just, I've done it before and put an actual flame lit tea light in it. So not battery operated. On this occasion, I have put a flame lit candle in it. That doesn't affect it at all. I wouldn't have thought so because, of course, the flakes are actually gilded to the glass using that adhesive, using that wet glue. It's fully dry. It's not moving. It's not budging. So then, therefore, I honestly would not. I would say that it shouldn't move. It shouldn't affect it whatsoever.
And if you are putting Gilding Flakes on things, asks Ruth, that you need to wash, she says, e.g. dishes and fabric, do you need to seal it? And if so, what would you seal it with?
So I would, if you're going to put it in a dishwasher, I would definitely seal it. I would look to then seal it with something like a Mod Podge, something like that for glassware. Yeah. If you don't have something like that, just hand wash it. So if you're doing it on a glass like Sara done, what I would then do, if I've got my little cappuccino or had my cappuccino or latte or that, and I go to wash it, I don't have a dishwasher, I'm the dishwasher, but that's fine. Just hand wash it, you should be okay.
Thank you for all the thank yous that you're sending in for the questions we're answering. And just one quick one from Sophie Louise. Again, good question. She says, I have some CC Gilding Flakes, but also other brands that I really need to use up. Do I just use those in the same way?
Exactly the same way. Exactly, nothing different. So mix and match, of course. But what I just wanted to emphasise, and I have emphasised this before, guys, these ones, these are coloured. How many times have I told you about the expense of coloured Gilding Flakes? It's a completely different manufacturing way to silver. All Gilding Flakes start silver, but then it's very rare that you see colour because of the expense. It has to be manufactured in a completely different way because the colour and the medium, it gumps them up. They go into a big blob, so it has to be done in a special way. So when it comes to that set there with the three of them, phenomenal, Ben.
Thank you, Caroline Hanley. Yes, hamster pillow. It's another technical craft term, of course. Creative Blessing says, love that Dotty Tape pen effect. Beautiful, those dots, says Altia. And what a great idea, says Carol. Tape runner used as the matte layer would definitely save on weight to mail those cards. I love it. Hi, Kendall, who's just joined us as well. This is the deal. So this is your, it's a showstopper, but it's like the deal of the day that we were talking about last week, where we go, spend your 50 here, £50, $50 platinum, then you've opened up your cart. You've opened it up for your free shipping if you're in the US and everything else that you decide to shop for. So even if you come back in the later show masterclass and go, ooh, I love some of the deals in that show, you can still add them to your cart. You're tagged in the system so that the system will know to not charge you any more shipping. But this is the $29.99 kit that you're going to be getting. 3 pots of your Gilding Flakes, gold, rose gold and silver. You're getting all of your tools as far as your sponges, your ink pads and your glues are concerned. You've also got your blue glue ballpoint pens as well. You've also got in here all the other bits and pieces that you need as far as your papers are concerned. You've got cutouts in here, you've got cardstock, you've got tape in here, you've also got your stamps and your instruction booklet and of course access to your digital tutorials as well. So everything that you need and more within that kit. Let's round that up and say that's 30. Makes it easier. Then for £20 extra, you get all of this other stuff. I mean, my goodness me, you get absolutely loads for 20. You're going to get 40 sheets of your matte black cardstock in the A4. That's 300 GSM. Your glue pen set. So within there, you've got the same glue, if you like, that's in the ballpoint, but you get 2 of your larger nibs in there as well. Cross-stitch rectangle frame dies, getting 3 of those. Those alphabet dies that Craig was using this morning, 26 letters, of course, but then you get the outer dies as well, giving you 52 dies in total. You've got your Stay Wild, Wild at Heart stamps, more Gilding Flakes as well, right here, which is your Wild at Heart kit. You get those beautiful coloured Gilding Flakes with the glue and a sponge and your ink pad again. You've got your Ditzy Floral Doily from the Hyde Ranger collection, and also your friendship stamps as well, so 12 more stamps. All of that for an extra 20 is incredible value for money, but we do not have huge stocks here. We are dwindling down as far as that stock is concerned. There are 80 more chances left to buy and 80 more chances for you really easily to open up that free shipping. Double points on everything as well. And in case you had just joined us, new free gift as well. So when you spend 10, we will give you the Myths and Legends Gilding Flakes collection, pot of Gilding Flakes, 1 sponge, 1 ink pad and 1 glue included as well. Do check the website though as well, because we've got loads of other Gilding Flake deals for you too, alongside loads of other great £10 deals. And on that note of £10 deals, let's have a look at some more with Craig.
Multi-buy, 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 if you can. 12 by 12 black card. I know you're getting that A4 in that bundle if you go for that, but if you are going for that multi-buy, if you're not going for that, I would still pop this into your basket bed. 12 by 12, you've got 50 sheets, but what you are getting is 250 GSM.
Yeah.
The perfect weight for doing your die cutting, great for construction, but what's also really good with this, cut this in half, then fold them in half. That's going to give you 100 6x6 card blanks. Think of what you could be doing with your 100 6x6 card blanks. Make your own envelopes with your envelope maker. With this one, you've seen what Sara's been doing when it comes with the Gilding Flakes. What I want you to do then is also think about all your metallic ranges that you've got, your metallic pens, whether it's the water base, whether it's the oil base, whether it's the Midas ink pads, anything like that is what's going to be great with the 12 by 12, or you're going to do what I do, and I use them a lot for mats and layers. 12 by 12 is the most economical way to then, of course, buy your cardstock. I know sometimes it doesn't always feel it, but with A4 or letter size, you're left with a little bit and a bob left over, and you don't always know what to do with them. Whereas this one, you've always got a block or a square left over, depending on what you're doing. Of course, if you're going to layer it when it comes to your scrapbook pages, absolutely brilliant. But think also about your embossing folders and your gilding waxes, how it looks phenomenal. You're getting the 50 sheets there. If you do want to trim it down, then of course you can do. Trim it down into actual 6 by 6 blocks, you're then going to be getting 200 6 by 6 blocks. Isn't that epic? You think how much that you would pay for 200, well, think how much you would pay for 100 6 by 6 blocks. Then of course you're actually going to be getting 200, because 50, 100, 150, 200. So this is why when it comes to 12 by 12, the best way to purchase black, we always need black, no matter what. This is why this is absolute steal at £10, $10, or of course that platinum Ben being £8, $8. Well, even better being £8, $8. So stock up on that one. Got this one. Now, out of our recent relaunch of our magazines. Now what I mean by these ones here being the Global Inspiration magazine, this has been my favourite one. I love the vintage tones that you get. You're going to be using these with your Gilding Flakes, Ben. You've got the stencil, you've got a folder, you've then also got your stamp, you've got your sentiment stamps, you've got your die. Every one of these start to use with, of course, your folders, or start to use them with your Gilding Flakes. Papers are in there, so do what Sara showed you and etch them with your Stay Sticky pen, and then your flakes. But what's so good is the fact that all of the hints, the tips, the tutorials you get within the magazine is all based around the goodies. Now it's 5 by 7 2D, you've got your script floral stencil, you've got your layering stencil. That's going to work with your stamping platform. You've got your sentiments. I love the sentiments. I love that script work. You've got happy anniversary. You're in my thoughts, thinking of you. Happy birthday. So this is one that's going to work for the happy occasions, unfortunately as well when it comes to the sad occasions. We always need them. That's in there. You've got your die, which says just for you, but everything, you've got your 89 ideas where inside it's all featured around what you're getting included there, Ben. So you've got your step-by-steps, you've got your pictures. Look at the papers in the middle there.
Beautiful, that.
Absolutely beautiful. Uncoated, which means you can do all of your different stencil techniques with the flakes. But then if I keep going on more and more hints, tips, all dedicated to what you're getting included. But then look at that one there. Yes, we've got our template library coming up. Then why not use all of these goodies in with what's shown you here, as well as the template library later on. You've got step-by-steps, you've also got your get-to-knows in there, hints and tips when it comes to either ink pads or pens or our pencils. All of that's covered within that bundle there. So that one being your magazine, £10, $10, with your platinum price, £8, $8. So use what you've got in there, or use the inspiration for all of your other things that you've got at home as well. Then we've also got our, this was a gorgeous one, Celtic Cross.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Absolutely exceptional. This is your Create a Card Edgeable. Now, Ben, do what I said before, chop that in half so you've got a 6 by 6 card front. That's going to look absolutely epic by using that edgeable die on the end. Go over with your Stay Sticky glue, use your Gilding Flakes, done. Add a sentiment and it's done.
Lovely for Easter, that one.
Really nice for Easter, of course. Really good, of course, for many occasions. You know, really good, of course, if you know, things like Holy Communions, even new births, when it comes to things such as christenings as well. Also, what's really good, Ben, is if you cut this within your cardstock, the outer edge that cuts out is on one side, the other side, it stays in your card. However, where you've got the side that stays in your card, while the die's in place, Ben, run your pencil all the way round and then chop it out. That's giving you a separate individual Celtic cross. So you've got a topper, sizable topper, or you've got that edgeable feature as well. You don't need to do much at all to it. If you don't want to, of course, you can decorate it till your heart's content. Good sizable die, £10, $10. Of course, you're going to get that platinum price, £8, $8. Use your inks, use your pens, use your colour and mediums, use your Gilding Flakes as well.
Hi, Christine from Altoona, Pennsylvania. Wow, this has been a very informative Gilding Technique show. I just got them out yesterday to use. I'm going to replay the show when I have breakfast. Thank you. Rita says, I went ahead and ordered more black cardstock and coloured Gilding Flakes after listening to Craig's lesson. And Rita also says, this is the only issue of the magazine that I do not have. So, of course, it went in the basket and is on the way down to Louisiana. And if you spend that $50, you'll get your free shipping and get tagged for the rest of the day. New £10, $10 deals are being added each and every day. Don't forget, if you missed any last week, there are still some absolute corkers there on the website. Check them out. All £8, $8 for our Platinum members. Lots of Sheena goodies featuring in the deals as well, like, for example, the Garden Visitors stamp and die. It's Brian the Snail, isn't it, that we've got in this particular set. Really super cute in the fact that you've got the beautiful stamped image crafted by the lovely Sheena. You're going to get the stamp alongside that, your die to be able to cut that out. I just love this collection because it was a real kind of combination of the beautiful creatures alongside those flowers and the flora and fauna, but never thought we would have a collection that would end up having a snail. But you guys absolutely love this one, took it to your heart, and now you can get it individually as well. You've got Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful, Take It Easy, well, snails generally do, don't they? And then you've also got one I can't read, oh, Great Days Are Ahead. I'm just umming and ahhing whether or not to do my bad joke, but I might not do it. I had a snail recently that used to race, you know, racing snails you can get. Yeah, and I thought, do you know what? I'd take his shell off to see if it made him go any quicker. Actually, just made him more sluggish.
Oh, good one. Good one. It's a good one. I like that one.
By the way, didn't really have a snail, didn't really take its shell off before you say animal cruelty.
Yeah, just animal control.
Just a joke. Let's get back to it. More comments and questions. I'll throw a question over from Rosalind as we get into the next bit. Again, if you want to see anything, please feel free to ask. Less than 80 of the Gilding Flake Technique kits to go round now, so do be quick on that. Rosalind's just saying, if I use the Gilding Flakes on canvas, do I need to prime with some gesso first?
No.
No?
No. In actual fact, the surface of your canvas will give you that nice textured feel as well. So no, if you want it to be a smoother surface, you can do, but it's not essential, no, because you're going to be using the glue potentially, so then therefore that's going to seep in with the actual ridges of the canvas. So it's not necessary that you do it, it's only optional.
I think we're up to date. Hi, Bernie. Bernie Stahlnecker says, loving all the ideas. I'll have to try these flakes. And Crafty Andy said, good morning to everyone. Okay, we'll have another little demo. And then for those of you wanting to see exactly what you get, we'll have a look around, shall we? Yeah, what are you going to show us next? Have you got some stencils there? Well,
yeah, what I'm away to do, I'm away to use the actual double-sided tape, Ben, with acetate. This next demonstration, I'm going to use the stencil. However, I need to do the stencil first because I need to let that start to dull down to get rid of the blue.
Yeah.
So I'm actually starting my second demonstration at the moment. So I've got the white cardstock that is in the bundle. I've just chopped it down. You get it as 5x7. So what I'm going to do, I don't need the double-sided. I just need the stencil. We can tack that down if you want to, use your spray if you want to, it's entirely up to yourself. So let's go in with our Stay Sticky glue, and we're also going to go in with our dry ink pad. Obviously it's not dry now because Sarah's been using it. So we're just going to add more onto this now. So what I'm doing, I'm just going in circular motions, and then we're going to apply that over our stencil here. So let's just work that one in here. I'm going to let that set. What we're going to do is every time you apply more of the glue, we're just going to let that set for a moment or two. And then I'm also, just so I'm sure, I am just going to tape that one down, just creating my own bit of a hinge here. I've got just a little bit left over on the top. The reason I'm dipping that onto my glass mat, because I had a little bit of excess kind of bubbling away there.
Yeah.
If I press that down, it could potentially seep underneath. So I just wanted to get rid of all that excess. And then now we're treating this as if it is an ink pad. So we're going to work our way around and we're just tapping and tapping and tapping, dabbing through. So it's then going to, of course, go through the aperture of the stencil. So we're just going to keep on going, keep on going. If you feel that you need to add a little bit more of the glue, you can absolutely do that. And I am going to do that. Let's then just take a little bit more. And I'm lightly oh, he's coming, something gone. Is it gone?
Sold it out, haven't you?
Wow.
Well done if you got the magazine. Don't scream and shout, but it's now.
Sold out.
Yeah, it's gone.
Well done if you grab
That's a
hold of that
cracking
one.
buy, that.
So again, just got a little bit just bubbling on the top. So I'm just going to then press that into place here so that we've got a really, really nice coverage. So if we then just keep going, and then what I can start to do is lift. And now I can see it's like a watermark, which is exactly what we want. Now we can leave it just a few moments or two, and that's what I'm going to do. Remember what Sara said, this will then stay sticky until you put something on it.
Yeah.
Now, in an hour, tomorrow, keep it in mind, if you've got cats going about, dust going about, keep that in mind. I would let that do its thing and then work it pretty much as soon after. So let's put that to the side and we'll come back to that shortly, Ben. But let's then take our acetate. So I've got my acetate and I've got a double-sided adhesive sheet. This is a cool technique that I really need to be doing a lot more than what I'm doing now, because I've not done this in a while.
Okay.
But it really is cool. So your acetate and then double-sided adhesive sheet.
Okay.
All these techniques, Ben, when you've used them from your craft kit, use what you've got in your stash. Use your own acetate. This could be your heat-proof acetate, and if you've got an abundance of heat-proof acetate, because we have done bundles in the past that we give you it for free.
Yeah, yeah.
And you might get more than you actually use over time. Start to use it up with your flakes. And same with the double-sided adhesive sheets. Once you've used them up from the bundle, just use all of your double-sided adhesive sheets. So we're just going to press that and we're going to smooth all that out. We're then going to go in and we're going to peel that backing off. So let's just get a hold of the corner. I cut my pokey tool or my foam pad nail the other day, so...
No, you didn't.
I did, yeah.
What did you do that for?
Because I cut it too short.
Ah.
I know, silly Billy that I am.
You.
So we've now got a sticky backing on the acetate, and it looks a little bit cloudy, it looks a little bit messy, it looks a little bit pointless. But this is where, let's go in with, I'm going to use these ones. Of course, could be using them that Sara showed you, but just to make it a little bit easier. What we can then do is let's just start to tap this into place. Now, what you're going to have to remember, whether you use the sheets, whether you use the glue, whether you use the tape, whatever you use, the more you use it, the finer it's going to get. So keep that in mind. If you're wanting a project where it's open flakes, big flakes, I would maybe keep a pot just for bigger flakes.
Yeah.
And then if you're wanting a project where it's really, really fine and delicate, that's maybe where you're going to start to then decant all of your used flakes that are going to be ground down and finer into that pot. So let's take a little bit more off here. But as you were saying throughout the show, Ben, you're going to take either a supermarket tub that you can get really inexpensively. You can get
like a Tupperware tub.
Tupperware tub. I think certainly with Asda in the UK, I think I got a pack of 6 for, I think it was about £1.30
Yeah, they're
or
really
something.
inexpensive, aren't they?
But you can absolutely use your takeaway containers. Please just make sure that they're thoroughly washed out, like there's no grease or anything, because the grease will capture your flakes, which you don't want.
Yeah.
So let's go in here like so, And now you guys are all saying, yeah, but Craig, you've got all those lock and lock containers, haven't you?
Oh,
yeah.
the lock and lock.
Yeah, but I would just use the cheap ones. I would really just use the cheap one, Ben.
What takeaway are you buying to get more tubs then?
Chinese.
Oh yeah.
Chinese. Yep. So let's go in now and then start to buff this off with our sponge. So we're just going to start to buff it off. And now remember, this is acetate. So you're going to have a little bit more of a translucity to it compared to if you were doing it on a cardstock.
Yeah.
But then this could be a card front. This could also be the start of a little project. Wherever you're using your acetate, then of course, what about using your flakes to then finish it off, decorate it? So let's just then go back over. If you've got any tiny little bubbles that are just popping through, of course you could be a little bit more careful than I am because I have time restraints when it comes to placing the adhesive down. But then that now is a sheet of acetate, and look at that.
That is incredible.
How cool.
I love that.
That is actually the smooth surface.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's like a map. It's like a
Map of the world.
isn't it? It is. So that is your finer surface that you've put the flakes on, but that is the smoother surface. So what you could then do, stamp on this with one of your pigment ink pads and then maybe something like a black embossing powder. Or if you say you do all that in like a silver tone, stamp with it with your Stay Sticky glue, then go over with a deeper colour of your Gilding Flakes. So you can see you've got that one there. And then shortly, when we come back to demo again, what we'll do is we'll carry on with that second demonstration that I started with, of course, the flakes. But grab all your acetate, grab all your double-sided adhesive sheets, and start to use them with the flakes.
Video saved, says Rosalind. So many tips to the Gilding Flakes. He also says, I have the lock and locks all over the house. I do use my older ones for crafting. I never thought about using flakes on the acetate the way Craig is doing, says Pat. Saving this show because there are so many great techniques and tips. And Crafty Angie says, this is where the mini vac is vital, clearing up the glitter. Still never found him. Still never found old, but I don't know where he went. He's obviously gone on a long holiday somewhere. He's obviously heard, that Sara's not back. I think he maybe went away and he's like, oh, I'm done. But someone needs to tell him that Sara's back at the helm. He'll be right back. And hello to Sara, who says, Ben, can you please go through the Gilding Kit and all the extras, please? Sara, as it's you, I certainly will. I was just having a quick flick through the booklet that you get with this as well. So you get this with your Gilding Flake Technique Kit. 9 techniques within the booklet itself. So you've got things like, gilding flake, putting gilding flakes on die cut sentiments, shapes, stamped elements, adding highlights, freehand drawing. A lot of the stuff that you've seen today, actually, gilding on marbling paper, double-sided tape, and again, acetate is covered in here. You're also going to get access to your digital tutorials as well. But look, everything you're getting here is in the kit, right? So it's $29.99 for the kit. 3 pots of your Gilding Flakes, so 20 mil of the gold, 20 mil of the rose gold, 20 mil of your silver. You're going to get your ballpoint glue pens in here as well. All the other bits and pieces that you're seeing as far as the tools are concerned, everything that Craig and Sara have been using today, you'll get. Beautiful papers to go with. So again, those are the papers that Sara was using a little bit earlier on. In fact, that exact sheet there that she was using to add the accents to those lines on the papers. You're getting all of your cardstock. You're getting all of your stamps in there as well. Your stencils, die cut elements. It's all included within that bundle. Plus, as I say, all of the tutorials. Let's round that up and call that 30, all right? And then for an extra 20, come with, because you're going to get all of these goodies for an extra 20, right? So 40 more sheets of your black matte black cardstock, 300 GSM. You're going to get 3 more of those glue pens. What's nice is you get 1 more of the ballpoints, and then you get the 2 thicker nibs included in there as well. Just tippity tap pump to prime those. Rectangle frames, across stitch rectangle frames, 3 of those included. This is all for 20, don't forget. 52 more dies in the form of the alphabet. You've got 12 more stamps included in there from the Wild at Heart collection, and another Gilding Flakes kit as well. Beautiful colours from the Wild at Heart, another dry ink pad, another sponge, another liquid glue, and another die set in the form of the Ditzy Floral Doily from the Hydrangea collection, and you're going to get your friendship special friend stamp set. There was 12 of those in there, all of that for an extra 20. Round everything up there to your 50, which also gives you your free shipping if you're platinum in the US, which opens up your basket to allow you to come back and shop later in the show, later on this afternoon in Masterclass, and add more stuff into your basket without getting charged more shipping. And because you spent over 10, you'll get the brand new free gift, which is the Myths and Legends Gilding Flake Kit. Just to reiterate again, in case I haven't said it today, it is one free gift per customer per day. So if you did shop a little bit earlier on and you had the Cosmic Gilding Flakes kit in your basket, you can't come back and get another one of these. I mean, you can still obviously get all the great deals, but you won't get a second free gift. I know there was a few gremlins in the system last week, but that is a full recap. Rita says, wow, this is absolutely stunning. I've used this technique before, and I must say it is my favourite. And thank you to Crafty Andrew, who says, Ben, I bet Vern is hanging out with Brenda. No, we know where Brenda is. Brenda's over there in the cupboard somewhere. She made an appearance. Maybe Vern's in the cupboard. Maybe that's where he is. I'll go have a look in the cupboard in just a second, because we're going to have a little break right now, give you the opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out. I'm very excited right now as well, because you know, over the course of the last week or so, over on my socials, I've been asking you guys to tell us why you love Crafters Companion so much, Crafters TV so much, in video form. Well, you have delivered in style. There's still opportunity for you to be able to do that, by the way. If you head to my socials, my Facebook, at Ben Moseby CC, you'll see everyone else's videos, see the kind of thing that we're after, filmed in landscape. You can send them to me, and you might appear on Crafters TV. And the first of the Craftimonials we're about to see now. Get ready for this. It is absolutely brilliant. We'll see you the other side of this Craftimonial.
Hi everyone, challenge accepted. Checking in to let everybody know what Crafter's Companion means to me. And I thought I'd take a page out of Ben's book and do a parody of his parody. Apologies in advance for the lack of a singing voice. There once was a lass who was very crafty, and she tuned every day into CTV. Learning was fun, how could this be? Oh, crafty lass, craft along. Soon may the crafty lass come to fill her basket with showstopper fun. Each day when her chatting was done, she might do a craft along. She set her alarm for 4 a.m. to check out the new daily bargain. Monday through Friday she'll do it again. Oh, crafty lass, craft along. Soon may the crafty lass come to fill her basket with showstopper fun. Each day when her chatting was done, she might do a craft along. Sara, Ben, and the double Davies, Leanne, Sheena, and the Hottie Scotty. You'll find them all on CTV. Oh, crafty lass, craft along. Soon may the crafty lass come to fill her basket with showstopper fun. Each day when her chatting was done, she might do a craft along. When I tell you the tale of CTV, it's guaranteed fun for you and me. Programs for everyone to see. Oh, crafty lass, craft along. Soon may the crafty lass come to fill her basket with showstopper fun. Each day when her chatting was done, she might do a craft along. I love you, CTV. Thank you.
Everyone, I am here in my craft room at home, busy prepping for tomorrow. I am coming up at Crafters TV for the full day, and when I say the full day, you've got me for all 3 shows, so I'm really looking forward to it. So I've just down tools for a couple of minutes just to jump on here and give you the heads up for everything that is coming your way tomorrow. So first things first, wake up call at 12 p.m. in the UK, where you have the opportunity to get your hands on all the crafty goodies first and all the great deals that we've got coming on throughout the day. At 2 p.m, you've heard our lovely Sara mention it, and we've got New Year, New Craft. My particular show is going to be all about silhouette stamping, so get those questions ready and we will do our very best to answer everything and show you something that you want to see, as well as what I've got busy planned for that show as well. So I'm really looking forward to that one, and it may be that you've never tried that sort of craft before, so great opportunity to tune in and catch that New Year, New Craft show at 2 p.m. at 5 p.m. It's our launch party show, and I love launch party because it's the chance for us to show you all the great things that we've launched over the last few weeks. And I love, pardon the pun, love everything that we have launched there. So I can't wait to get playing with those things as well. I've also heard on the grapevine that Mr. Moseby has the D-Rob wrap ready to go and film, so I better get the cap out, the gold chain and the shades out as well. Don't think I could quite get away with a gold tooth, but you're probably thinking, what are you on about? Well, if you caught the shows last week, you'll know what we're talking about, so I'm really looking forward to that. Right guys, I'm off to fill the coffee up because I'm a bit thirsty, so I shall see you all tomorrow at Crafters TV.
Welcome back, everybody. That was perfect, says Creative Blessings. Bravo for the song creativity. Natalie says, wow, this is amazing. Well done. Thank you for making us all smile. Sarah says, amazing. Crafty Lass rocks. Fabulous, says PB Brewer Martin. Awesome, says Laurie Barnett. And Lisa P says, nobody puts baby in a corner, nor Vern in a cupboard. I didn't actually get a chance to go and check the cover because we were too busy watching Patricia do a little sea shanty. That song is so adorable, says Rosalind Russell. More of your testimonials coming very soon. Keep sending them in. Right. Let me remind you, we've got more deals added onto the shop today. So lots to be shopping for, lots of new deals that you won't have seen last week or indeed today. So do have a look, and later on in tonight's masterclass, we will be highlighting those deals for you as well. Tonight, of course, going to be taking a big deep dive into the template library. So if you've already got it, then your opportunity to ask questions, get some hints, tips and techniques. If you haven't yet got it, you can buy the full collection, or indeed you can buy the individuals as well. So that is coming up tonight. Should be a fantastic way to round off your Monday. Okay, we've got half an hour left. We are clear. I think I'm up to date as far as questions are concerned. Not had any requests of late as well. So if you want to ask a question or if you want Craig to do something, speak now. You've got about 29 minutes before we disappear. But in the meantime, you're just going to play, aren't you?
I am indeed. So let's crack on with what we started. And that was, of course, our white cardstock. I used the stencil and I then went through with the Stay Sticky glue. So a little bit harder to see on the white card, but you kind of get that watermark effect. It's a little bit more clearer to you in person at home. It's just you're going via screen. So we're going to go in with our flakes here. So if we go in with our flakes, I'm just going to use the coppery ones for this one. And then we're just going to then pop them on like so. And then let's go in with our sponge. And then we work our way around. We've now got that beautiful image. Now I know Sara done something similar onto black card.
Yeah.
Obviously this is white card and I'm going one step further. This is what's going to be called the fire and ice technique.
Okay.
So this is where we're going to be using the iridescent glitter that comes in the bundle. So we're going to burnish that off with the sponge. Now this looks cool, Ben, on pattern paper. You could have done this onto the acetate as well, so that would look good. You'd have a backing of the flakes. You'd then have that design on the top side. If you're going to do that, do it on the smooth side of the acetate, not where you put the flakes on.
Okay.
So then we're going to pop that one off. So any tiny little bits where it's kind of then just joined together, you're just going to then buff it off, work that around and take all of that off here. Then you're going to go in with your double-sided adhesive. Let's just go in there, see if we can get that little bit in there to buff it off. Let's even see, might just go in there, take some of that excess, like so. This is actually a prime example how you don't want your actual pad to be overly dry if it seeps under.
Yeah.
So let's go in with our double-sided adhesive sheet. So let's peel that back in off here. You could be more sparing, of course, and be more stingy. Let's go in. Now we're going to put, so this is the sticky side.
Yeah.
So we're going to go face down over what we've just done. So press that down, give it a nice burnish, And then we could be using maybe something like your bone folder if you want to, or what's your roller tool, what do you call it?
Your brayer.
That's it, you could use that. I'm going to chop this excess off, Ben. Don't cut it along the card because that will stick to your scissors. What to do, actually cut on your cardstock, and then it just means it's not going to gunk up your scissors or your guillotine. So now we can go in and peel that off.
Yeah.
Like so. So gone a little bit cloudy slightly, but you can still see the copper bursting through. And then let's go in the bit of cardstock, could just be photocopier paper, because what we're doing is we want it to capture the glitter, and in actual fact I am going to do it on a bigger sheet. Let's go in here and let's pop this on. So we're just going to sprinkle our glitter on, and even with the glitter it looks like I'm using loads. I've put loads on, but what you're actually using is tiny amount. And then let's go in with our finger, and then we can then press this into place. Now, do you know what stencil's good to do this? You know our recently new Laird stencils?
Oh yeah.
What to do, take the first one, ink it through with the Stay Sticky glue, put your Gilding Flakes on.
Yeah.
Then do your next stencil, Stay Sticky glue, put your Gilding Flakes on, then the next, then the next. Then at the end, pop your double-sided adhesive sheet on it and cover it. And then now that's what we call the fire and ice technique.
Absolutely
so what
brilliant.
We've then got, look, there we go, look at that.
Yeah, I've only seen you do this once before, and I remember the comments that came through off the back of it. People love this technique.
Absolutely loved it. Now, what I am going to say, of course, is you can go back, of course, on this show on YouTube and watch it time and time again. If you go onto my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel and scroll all the way down to round about when I first started it, I've also done this technique, but just using a different, I think it was a rose stencil. So you've got this, what I've just done now, and of course you've got, which I actually done a completed card. But that's what it is, fire and ice, and then it's just going in with the Stay Sticky glue. You could do a mixture of the flakes if you want to, putting your double-sided tape over the top, and then of course using your iridescent glitter. So, if you've got pots and pots and pots of iridescent glitter hanging about like I do, this is going to be the brilliant technique to get it all used up.
Was it your name, Fire and Ice, or is it just a well-known...
No, it's actually what it's called.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you come up with it. You should have claimed... Yeah, producer Johnny thought you come up with it as well. You should have claimed that. Craig's
Flakes
Fire and
represents
Ice.
the fire, and then the glitter represents the ice.
What other days are you in this week, Sophie Louise is asking?
Sorry, what was that?
What other days are you in this week, Sophie wants to know?
So you've got Dee Robin tomorrow. She's coming in tomorrow. She's stepping in to help me out. She's here doing filming Wednesday, so she's going to do tomorrow for me. So, answer your question, because you didn't need to know that. I'm not in tomorrow, but I'm in Wednesday. I'm in Cartload Thursday. And then now, as of today, I am in the first 2 shows on Friday, and I might just hang about like a bad smell and do the start of Friday Night Live. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
You'll hang about like a good smell. It's been very nice today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, makes a change. I don't mean that. Love that song. That was a great job, says Sonia. Wasn't it brilliant? There's more great craftimonials to come. Very nice, says Annika Hahn-Schotten. And Laurie Geetman says, this is gorgeous. Love the fire and ice, says Jonelle. And Evelyn says, I love that technique. I'll have to try that soon. Yeah, listen, all the great techniques, all the ideas, and that's what these shows are about right throughout this week. As much as we're bringing you, all the brilliant deals, £10 deals, lucky dips, we're bringing you double points, free gifts, free shipping, all these kind of things. It is also about helping you to try out a new craft. And it's different this year. New year, new craft. It's not a new thing. We've done this, I think, as long as I've been here, but the techniques that we're showing you this year are new. We've not done these before in New Year, New Craft, so that's quite exciting. And I'll recap for you on what else we're going to be doing later in the week in just a bit. Another great deal we've not touched on today. I think this launched on Friday, because I remember in one of the shows, producer Johnny just going, hang on, you need to go and grab those aqua markers, they're flying. We hadn't seen it, and then we saw how many people had shopped for them. So 48 aqua markers for 32 quid. Yeah. 48 for 32 if you're platinum, or 40 bucks. Now, newly configured these and different packaging to what you might be used to. However, you're still going to get that dual nibbed pen, so you've got the ultra fine and then that beautiful brush nib as well. Water-based these, of course, too. So whilst if I show you the Sketch Essentials first of all, whilst you're going to get the 12 colour pens in there, right? Once you start using these with your water, you've got all of the gradation of colour from all of the different colours that you've got there, alongside the ability, of course, to be able to mix and match these up with other colours as well to create different colours. And you know what? Whether you take these into your watercolour cardstock and draw the colour out, whether you just colour with these as if they were sort of like normal pens, you can. But I love it when you see our guys taking these down onto their glass mats, creating their own palettes and just having some real fun. It's a great opportunity to try out a real big selection of our watercolour markers for a fantastic price. We are smashing the price down low. Your sketch collection brings you all of the colours here. So you've got your peach in there, you've got your spice, there's all the different greens in there. Tan colours, you've got your chocolate, slate, charcoal and black. Then you've got your vivid nature, some beautiful bright colours within this collection. Once again, 12 pens, dual-ended, but in there you've got reds and oranges, beautiful greens, all sorts of different blues in there. And again, things like your fawn, you've got your desert, and you've also got that boulder in there too. So that's 24 pens in total, 36 with this next set. So this one is called the beautiful Botanic Floor. Couldn't see the name for a second then. And again, this is more of your stunning reds and yellows and greens. So as we go through there, you have got your rosebud, you've got your begonia, marigold, jasmine, sunflower. You've got your greens in there like your meadow, your leaf green, orchid. You've got your beautiful heather in there, wildflower, and then your red violet. That's 36. And then lastly is your basic primary. So all of your primary colours in there. Take a look at the lovely selection of colours. Once again, red, so scarlet, crimson, burgundy, orange. You've got your gold, you've got that yellow in there. Lovely selection of different blues and greens, aquamarine, leaf green. You've got your teals and navies in there, purple, and also your magenta in there as well. Also on the back of there, you do have a little QR code for more info. But listen, 48 pens in total for that price is incredible. Great opportunity to try out our watercolour markers if you've already got them. What a great opportunity to stock up and save, if you're platinum, nearly £60, almost 80 bucks off the price you should be paying. Yes, producer Johnny, what a deal indeed. All there on the Shop the Show, Shop the Day page. Great technique, says Mary Beth Doyle. I do have lots of that glitter, so you can do that fire and ice technique. And Rita says also another stunning technique, Craig. We've got about 18, 19 minutes of the show left. Last chance saloon for any questions. Please make use of these shows to get those questions in, particularly if you're buying these kits, so you go away with all of the knowledge. You're going to get the information anyway, but whilst we're here live, let's get that question answered for you. What can you show us in the last sort of 20 minutes, Craig?
Right, so we showed you how you could create your own gilded die cuts. But what about the die cuts that come included, Ben? Or of course, what about all your own die cuts that you want to flake without actually using the double-sided adhesive sheets? Well, you can do that. I'm going to kind of do two demos in one. So we've got that double-sided tape that you get included. This is going back on the question about our red liner tape. So bringing in either your tissue tape, I've shown you your tape runner, and of course you can do it with your red liner tape. I'm just doing a selection of the three different widths here. So this is where your red liner tape or your tissue tape, you can start to do your faux mats and layers like we done with the tape runner. So whatever tape you are using, tissue tape, red liner tape, you're going to pop them onto your card in whichever way you want. There is a technique in that booklet, and as Ben was saying, you've got videos, so you've actually got 4 tutorial videos.
Is it always you?
It's always me.
Yeah.
Always me that do Craft Club. There's a couple in the middle that you'll find. Debbie Fisher stepped in when I was off sick, going on a couple of years ago. Other than that, it's always me that do them.
Yep.
So what we're going to do here, set that to the side for now. This is a separate demo. And then I'm just going to go in and I'm going to just pop a little bit more of the glue. Now, if you want to make it a little bit easier and quicker to clean up, Ben, this is when your heat-proof non-stick craft mat comes in.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Start to use it because you can lift,
Yeah.
move, throw it in the sink, do whatever you want to clean it, and it just makes your glass mat a lot
Great
easier
idea.
to then clean. So what we're doing is we're going in with our ink pad that's got, of course, the actual glue on there. Now remember, this is a stays sticky glue. So I try and differentiate between stay sticky and tacky. Yes, it's tacky to touch, but what I try and do is I try and make it obvious for you guys at home which is which. So your Gilding Flakes, you want to use a stay sticky glue, which does that, stays sticky till you put something on it.
Yep.
And then your tacky glue is what you would tend to use for your mats and layers.
Okay.
So let that go off just for a couple of moments. Let's go in now with my pokey tool and let's go back to our tape runner here. And there's actually a technique, I can't remember if I filmed it or if it's just in the booklet, but it's using the double-sided tape to create a background. So that's in there, whether it's pictures or the video, but you've got that in there. So actually, it is in the video. There it is. There it is.
Ah, okay.
That's it. So there's a video for that, just using kind of them for an array. And yeah, we've used that tissue tape, but you could use your red liner tape, use your pens and freehand if you want. But yeah, ray of sunshine, that backdrop that we just created there. So let's peel that one off. He says, let's just grab hold of it. It's been a little toe rag. Let's grab hold of that. Is it? No, it's not quite coming off here. So let's just peel that one off. He's set, there we go. We're going to have to go in the middle here. There we go. So there's that one, stick that down. So let's peel that one off and that one. So I've only done lines because it just shows you how you can use your tissue tape and your red liner tape. So I'm just snipping that excess off. So nothing different at this point. Take your chosen flakes. I'm going to use some of this excess that I've got at the side. We're just going to scoop it up and throw it on.
You know the, sorry, there's a couple of questions coming in.
Yeah.
You know the dry ink pad?
Yeah.
Amanda says, once we finish using that, do we need to clean that or do you just put the lid back on?
Put the lid back on and make sure the lid's back on properly.
Right.
Maybe put it in a little sandwich bag or a lock and lock, something like that, an airtight container. Can I just say I am on no commission for lock and lock. It's just, I like
Well, he's
using
mentioned
them.
it 3 times,
Just to
everybody,
say,
hasn't he?
Just to say. But yeah, something like that, of course.
After a free bundle.
After a free bundle.
Oh, dear.
I just bought another set this morning.
Yeah.
As if I need any more. But yeah, something like that. So just make sure the lid is on properly. But yeah, you don't need to wash it, you don't need to dry it or anything like that whatsoever. But then there you go, look at, so yes, that's a multitude of colours, but that is our stripes, that's our strips with our tissue tape, our red liner tape. That could be your tape runner if you want to.
I love that
And
effect.
then,
It's
of
almost like
course-
a sort of a masculine effect, almost like a rusted effect, that one.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
Really
it's
cool.
a good way to incorporate 3 colours together, but you've got that option. Do you want to go silver, copper, gold, or if you've gone one of the coloured ones. But of course, let's go back to our maple leaf here.
Also, another question I'll ask whilst you're crafting. Sarah's asking, can you put Gilding Flakes on vellum, Craig?
Yes, of course you
Yep.
can. Yep, absolutely. As long as essentially you let that glue have the blue disappear. Yes, you can do.
Yeah.
Well, Sara's shown you, done it on glass, you can do it on vellum, we've done it on acetate, we've done it on cardstock, so paper, yep, anything like that, absolutely, you can pop it on.
Things like your wooden shapes that we've had previously.
Wooden
you could go on
shapes,
to.
wooden shapes, no problem at all.
Yeah.
Looks quite smart actually. So yeah, they're really...
And fabric?
Fabric, as long as you're not washing it.
Washing it, yeah.
I wouldn't wash it. What I would be inclined to do is just iron it first. Make sure it's really, really smooth.
Yeah.
And then make sure that it's really smooth. And let's say you're doing it on a t-shirt, Ben, put quite a sturdy bit of cardboard in between just to make it sturdy. What I do want to show, although it looks cool, see how I've missed a couple of bits of glue in the side there. Makes it sketchy, makes it look quite smart, but you can still go back and apply more if you want to. You don't have to use what you've done. It's not like it's a one-take attempt and that's it. So we can go back in here again, and even then, if you wanted to, just go over that whole lot. And then this is going to build up that little bit of depth as well, because we're going to go flake over flake, and then what we're going to have is we're going to have flake over the white bits that are left over. So have a little bit of fun in that way. So then let's take a little bit more. Or what I could have done is even just using my finger, dabbed it in certain positions, and then go over with maybe the copper, or maybe go over with the silver. So you've got ways to experiment, and that's it. Play, experiment, stock up on your flakes, because trust me, if you've not already tried your Gilding Flakes, once you start, you're going to absolutely love them, like I do. But then let's lift that one up, and then look at that. How smart
That's incredible.
is that?
Yeah.
Really, really cool. Really, really smart. So all of these, well, let's just quickly show you here. A combination of what self and Sara have done. So that, of course, Ben, is your laser cuts or your die cuts. That is, of course, your tissue tape, red liner tape. That is with your die cuts with your dies, but with the double-sided adhesive tape. That is through the stencils with the Gilding Flakes, then the glitter over the top, double-sided tape or double-sided sheets onto your acetate. Sara's handwritten with them. Sara's foiled with them onto your papers. Sara's stamped with them and written with them. She's stamped as well, but then also come along and created a little bit of a three-tone. She's done that earlier on this morning with your die cuts, layering in over the top, and then stamped onto acetate, and then doing, of course, the foiling, but with your thicker tape runners. So they're really, or thicker glue pens. There's just so much that you can do with your Gilding Flakes.
If, Laurel's asking, if we want to use several colours of Gilding Flakes, what is the best way to mask areas so the colours don't mix? Obviously, it's easy to mix them all up. If you wanted to be very selective, would you mask off, or how would you go about that, she's asking?
Well, it depends what you're doing. Are you doing cardstock? Are you attempting to do like a stamp? So it completely depends on what you're wanting to do. If you're going to be going onto like a cardstock or whatever, then yeah, you're going to mask off your section with the masking tape. If you're going to use our low-tack tape, really do de-tack it off a jumper, or of course a trouser or something like that. So it's really, really, really light and tack. Whatever it is, just must, if you're doing a stamp, use the stamping platform, Ben, add the glue to only the points of the stamp, press, flake, repeat again, but within your next colour of Gilding Flakes.
Brilliant, brilliant show. Hello, Elizabeth Taylor. Hello, everyone. I haven't messaged you, say, much lately. As it's my birthday, I thought I would. Well, happy birthday.
Happy
Loads
birthday.
of people celebrating their birthdays today. I think you're about the 4th person who said it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, Elizabeth. You say, I thought I would. I always like watching you two, so I'm enjoying the show, and then I'm having a fish and chip tea later.
Oh, yes.
Talking of takeaways, that's the one, isn't it? That's the number one takeaway, surely. Fish and chip takeaway? Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Especially way up in Arbroath, right from the River Tay.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, beautiful.
Cod or haddock?
Well, I like both.
Oh, dear.
I like both, yeah. Tend to go, if I'm right way up there in Aberdeen, right where the fishermen are, probably a cod.
Nice cod. Ooh. Mushy peas as well.
No.
Ooh, yes.
No.
Gotta be. Johnny's saying yes. Yeah, gotta be mushy peas. Such a wonderful afternoon, says Outcha, with these shows. I love it. And Lisa P says, I got the Cosmic Flakes as a gift earlier today when I placed an order. I wasn't sure I wanted them, but now I'm incredibly excited to try them out. Thanks a ton for all the training. That's what the guys are here for. And Isabel Laird says, I need to learn how to use the flakes. I have so many little tubs, but I've not really delved into it yet. Thank you for all this week. week. It should be a game changer for me as a beginner. That's what these shows are all about. Either helping you jump in and buy these new collections so that you know what you're doing when you get them home, or if you've already got tubs of Gilding Flakes and they're sat on your shelf and you're thinking, oh, I don't know how to use those. Hopefully you're going away from today thinking, I've got a few little ideas now. If you haven't yet got this kit, it's the Gilding Technique Kit. £50, $50, that is your deal of the day. It is your showstopper deal. That is your £50, $50 spend if you're platinum, which gets you your free shipping as well if you're in the US. We are down to low double figures, I think, on these now if you want to jump in and grab. But everything Craig has been using, from the glitter to the Gilding Flakes to the sponges to the glues to the ink pads to the little shapes he's been using, all of the papers, cardstock, stamps, stencils, everything, plus your instructions and the access to the digital tutorials as well. That's in essence 30 quid, and then the other side you're getting for the other 20 all of this. I mean, try and tot up how much that's worth. Well, it's £111, it's £137. You're getting the rest of it for 20 quid. Cardstock, glue pens, nesting frames, the whole alphabet in die form, 26 letters and then the 27 frames to go around the outside of the letters, stamps from the Wild at Heart, more stamps here from the Special Friend collection. You've also got the Hydrangea Ditzy Floral Doily and another set of Gilding Flakes from the Wild at Heart with glue, with sponge, with stamp, and when you go for those, you also get your free gift because you're spending 10, which is more Gilding Flakes. You will have the sparkliest crafts, I think, out of anybody once you've picked up these deals. So many Gilding Flakes. It's the Myths and Legends set. Thank you so much for a brilliant show. Tonight we're back, in fact, in an hour's time, live at 5, with deals you've not yet seen. We've added more deals to that show tonight, so do stay with us. Lucky dips, £10 deals, other deals on the shop today, and we're going to be concentrating on this back in stock, the template library. You've got the 7-piece complete collection here. It's £184 or $208. Details coming up for you if you want to jump in and grab it. If you want to go individually, you can purchase all of these individually as well. So if you've got the majority of them but you think, oh, I'm missing the green or missing the yellow, whatever it might be, check the shop the day, check the shop the show, and you'll be able to pick all these up to complete your collection. If you haven't yet got them and you are a beginner and you're thinking, what's the template library all about? I urge you to tune in tonight. You have got to watch. If you are wanting to make the most extravagant projects, from cards to boxes to concept makes to envelopes, and you're thinking, I don't know where to start, this is where you start. And here's the other brilliant thing about the template library collection is that if you're saying, well, I haven't got a machine or anything like that yet, you don't need to have a machine with this kit. I know Craig is going to be super excited. Talk about New Year, New Craft, Craig. I mean, we couldn't really want, I don't think, for a better collection than this, particularly for newbies, right?
Absolutely, and we're going to step you all the way through. It's brilliant with all your Crafters Companion collections, but we are going to be name dropping the brands, all of them that are going to work with them. Your Tonic, your Creative Expressions, all of your Paper Dynamics, all of your collections, stamps, dies, cards, paper, everything that you've got, you're going to then start off from, of course, the actual template libraries. We'll talk you through it. We'll do some kind of techniques to show you how to use the template libraries.
More of what you've been loving over the course of the last 6 days. Inspiration, ideas, demonstration, big deals, loads of great priced items will be over in the Crazy Crate as well. So do make sure you come back and join us. We'd love it if you could. Tell your mates about us as well. Crafters Companion, Crafters TV is back, and we are back in just over an hour's time. Until then, from me and he,
Toodle!